Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 33 of the B Graders here at Sweet Remedy. A little bit of background noise around the place today because it's the middle of school holidays, so we've got lots of the kids about.
We have a studio audience.
Studio audience.
Unplanned studio audience.
They're about to get an education. I hope they've got earbuds.
Yeah, they might hear some words.
They might hear a word or two.
That they don't normally hear.
They might not. But anyway, West Coast Masters on the weekend down at Dog Hill. Absolutely beautiful weather down at Dog Hill.
Windy.
It's a little bit windy, but it was absolutely superb spring day down there. West Coast Masters doing a great job as usual. And a couple of noted efforts. Bernie Swart. Well done, Bernie. Riding for the Dome team. Absolutely smashed them in the bunch sprint. Won it by about 3 lengths. A few team tactics. I was down there, had a bit of a watch. We went into about 3 groups at one stage, and one of the groups off the back had our mate Doug Stewart in it.
Rode back on
with the group. They all started working and cooperating, and he got back into it and ended up running second to Bernie. I think Johnny Gregg was said. Tell you what though, I think the handicappers out at West Coast Masters just need to have a look at 1 or 2 people in other grades, because the B grade race was in 2 groups and a solid 10 or so guys in the first group. I think there's a few boys in there who might just need to be elevated to A grade.
Quite possibly. Was windy though. Crosswinds will do that to a group.
Windy. It was windy, but wasn't that windy?
It was windy. I rode and it was really windy. Really windy. Standing on the side of the road's not windy. Riding your bike was windy.
Oh, I was riding. You ask anyone.
And thanks Nick Cowie once again for the photos. Always good for an email giving us stuff to put on. So thanks Nick. And Nearabup this week.
Nearabup this week for the West Coast Masters, then Herne Hill the week after. We'll probably remind you of that next week as well. But a nice little run of flattish road races to get us coming into the summer criterium season, which starts at Kewdale on November the 5th. So those of you who have thought about getting back on the bike, there's something to get back on the bike for now at West Coast Masters.
Start your training.
Now, November 12th, Peel District Cycling Club have got a super criterium going on at it's got the Rockingham Criterium, part of the Rockingham Festival. A grade men, A grade women, and there's also under 17s and under 15s.
Good though, so just 2 grades of seniors. So if you want to ride, you can open, anyone can enter.
Anyone can enter. If you're a C grade and you want to ride A grade, go for it.
Yeah, go and have a ride. See how you go. It'll be a good course, it'll be a tough course. I've ridden down there on the foreshore there. It sorts them out pretty quickly.
No, it's going to be a good one, and well done for Peel. You know, there is a bit of a clash. It's also the Tour of Margaret River weekend, but I think it's well done. The Rockingham Festival's on that weekend. That's the clash. It's not the bike race necessarily, and the Rockingham Festival has said, bring a bike race to us. How can you say no?
There's going to be people not going to Tour of Margaret, so there's going to be people going to be able to do that race. Get down and support it if you can, if you're not at the Tour of Margaret River, which I will be at.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, should be fun.
Good luck with that. We've got the GB Supercrit. Got a lot of interest in the Legends race, wanting to know what constitutes a legend. Unfortunately, what constitutes a legend is whatever I say so, because I'm the one picking the field. But quite simply, I'm looking at riders who have been at the very, very least state senior road champion, and it's not closed off to just the men. Former national road champion Jane McIntyre, formerly Jane Slacksmith, and also national medalist Suzanne Narby. On the Legends list as well. And asked a couple of other female athletes if they'd be interested. I got Giggles back.
Giggles?
I got Giggles. 1 or 2 just giggled. But a few more announcements to come. Now, on the night before the GB Supercrit, on the 17th, Track Cycling WA Westrel Wheel Race Carnival, Stuart O'Grady, Hank Vogels, Graham Brown, Louise Jones, Michelle Ferris, just to name a few legends that will be taken to the boards.
New boards.
New boards. Old riders, new boards. So there you go.
They're very white at the moment. Let's see how long they stay white.
They're getting grubbier as the weeks go on. Now, a big one coming up in October. We're talking about everything in November. Let's just bring it back a second. The Beverly
2 weeks' time, Beverly Weekend. Because it's a weekend. It's a Saturday. You've got 110k handicap, the Beverly, the oldest race.
114.
Is it 14?
114.
Geez,
so
those extra 4k's.
Don't hit them at 109, you might blow.
I might blow anyway. You got that on the Saturday, the oldest race in WA. It's been running for a long time, a few years where it didn't really run. A few speed humps that didn't run. Yep. But it's still there,
yep.
Being put on by SPR. Also on that Saturday, we've got a CX race run by the Numbat people.
The boys who run the Numbat. And of course, I spoke with event manager, event director, a name blast from the past, Toby Hodgson. You'd remember Toby, he used to work for Cycle Sport WA. Well, luckily, he's stayed with cycling, and he is the event director of the Beverly Heroic. Now, he runs also, on the next day, we have the 50 mile or the 100 mile Beverly Heroic. On the gravel, you can use any bike you like, Toby said. You can use a gravel bike, use your CX bike. If you're a real hard man and you want to use your old road bike, go for it. And there's also going to be a vintage bike show on in the hall in Beverly, put on by the Vintage Cycling
The thing with
Club.
this, there's special prizes for the old
There are.
bikes and so forth. So you'll see some people out there in woolen jerseys, hopefully not woolen nicks because they're not very comfortable. And you know, single speed bikes. There'll be people on vintage bikes riding it. From all accounts, in speaking to people who've done it in the past, it's just a great day out. Get involved. It should be good weather too.
Hopefully it'll be good weather. Now, not so much going on in Europe. Chavez fell off and broke his shoulder, unfortunately. The Oracle rider, Jack Haig's still going well, but our favourite is home.
Jess Allen is home, so if you see her on the bike path, don't be a Perth rider. Why don't you wave to her?
Yeah,
'Cause
wave to Jess. Not
I've
too
been
far
riding
away.
a lot and waving to a lot of people. Not a lot of people waving back.
I rode home from Bertram the other day. And
Where's Bertram?
Bertram's might as well be Rockingham, but it's right on the freeway.
So suffice to say, if you live in Bertram, you'll never own one.
No, you won't. But I rode back from there, and I did a count.
Like if you live in Success, you've not
16
had any.
nods. I did 16 nods as we were riding along.
Yeah, none.
No, I got 11 back, so
Yeah, they like you.
5 wankers.
Five ones.
Simple as that.
See, I went out and rode this morning. A couple of young fellas waved at me. Matty Illingworth waved at me.
Ooh,
I nodded my head.
he's
at
riding
Matty.
the GB Supercrit Legends race.
He's not a bad rider in his day.
Very good rider.
Very, you know, he liked it. Doesn't wear
Taught
socks,
Brad Wiggins everything he knows.
so he'll tell you.
So Matt will tell you.
He
yeah.
does have his name in the phone, but whether the number's correct is another thing.
Oh no, I think it is. No, I
think
he's
maybe.
got photo history.
Photo history. Is it? What sort of photos?
Don't
we
haven't
want to-
seen them.
Don't want to go into that. Look, so that's episode 33, guys.
Yep.
It's a short but sweet one today.
Information episode this week.
Matt1 at iinet.net.au. We got some really good emails this week, particularly one from Mick Russell's boy Funky. Gave us a good email.
Yeah, of course you sent the email to the wrong address entirely, Funky.
That's
But
right.
that's life.
Got passed on. It's all good. And
Might get answered
we look forward to hearing anything you have to say. Anything you have to say, just let us know. And thanks for having us this week.
How's the form?
Shit.
Okay. We'll see you next week.
Bye.